Shut up and sit down.
The spotlight was burning like a flame. I was a body and a name, and all the rest was gone.
So the first thing I brought with me is this mat, which goes under the tent. Then I have my tent, my Rainfly, my tent poles, and my stakes, and bug. And I'm gonna have it pointing this way because that's a really pretty view. My door will face that way. Once you lay the tent out, you gotta take out the tent poles, which in this case is, they're all connected. They're all basically one piece connected with this elastic, which makes it a lot easier than the old style poles you had to connect and then feed through the tent. And you use these clips to clip it right to the poles. See if I can do this with one hand. Should be able to do at least one side with one hand. Feed that through there, and then there's a corresponding one on the mat, just like that. And you do that with the other side. And you do it with the front. And with this tent, the front is larger than the rear because the front is higher to allow you to sit up. So grab these guys, bring them up to the pole, and clip them on.
Before the age of pharaohs, and after I am gone, another dawn will fill the sky with no goodbye. Away from what I'm fearing, but every twist and turn's a new concern that burns my soul. The rudder's rusted tight and I'm careening through the night. Let it go and take me where it will. The spotlight was burning like a flame. I was a body and a name, and all the rest was gone.
So you could actually sleep in it just like this. You could be done. You don't really have to stake it down or have the Rainfly if it's not going to rain. In fact, this is how I camped Saturday night when I was stealth camping in that Dog Island Park, or Island Dog Park, or whatever. But even though it didn't rain, it was a beautiful clear sky, had a beautiful view of the stars, it got cold. Whereas the other night when I was camping with the Rainfly on, the night it rained, it was even colder outside, but I was actually pretty warm. I didn't get cold. I didn't get cold at all. Quite often I had to sleep without my sleeping bag. Next, we just throw the Rainfly over. Now the Rainfly is pretty easy to attach. You just throw it over, and you grab these guys, these clips, and you clip them in to all four corners. When you pull this out and stake it, it gives you a little bit more room. You could do a double stake there like that, but that's really not going to help much on the inside. Maybe give you a little more breathing room. You stake this out too and give you a little bit of a airflow there. So this guy here, this is pretty cool. You close it up like that, or see, that's hard, it's got metal in it. If you want a little bit of cross ventilation, you just attach the Velcro like that, and that keeps it open. So the tent staking is an area where having the type of shoes I have that for the Maglock pedals actually comes in handy. So you got the solid metal piece. No problem. And just like that, this Naturehike tent is set up, finished, ready to go. So I like to camp in a little bit of style. So this is my sleeping pad. This is an air bed that you inflate. You could blow it up, which is what I had to do when it was raining. Or you can stand outside the tent, put your foot on it, and just pump up and down with your foot. That takes a while, but it's worth it. This is queen size, so it takes up the whole floor of the tent, and it's about 4 inches thick. So, and it's really nice and insulated. So it's warm, it's comfortable, and it's a little bit heavy, but you know, I've got bags big enough, and I'm on a trike, so a little bit more weight isn't really going to hurt me. So you put your foot over the hole, and you just step down to push the air in, let your foot up to let the air back into it. Next up, the sleeping bag and the pillow. Goose down bag. It's very thin but very warm. Made by AEGISMAX. So you and then you roll it, and then you roll it right out of itself, and then you let it fluff up, and this is what you sleep on. And that is pretty much all of my camping stuff. I got this little solar generator. I got a really good deal with this on Amazon. I got it for like $35. I don't know how I got it, because they sell for like 250 bucks, but I don't know. But it works really well for charging up my cameras. It will charge up my phone, my drone batteries. It will even charge the Copenhagen wheel one time. So this full will drain out and charge the Copenhagen wheel once. This takes about 8 hours to fully charge plugged in. I bought the solar panel for this, but the solar panel does not work at all. I hooked it up to just one of my Spark drone batteries, which had 2 flashing lights when I hooked it up. 2 days later, with quite a bit of sun, it still just had 2 flashing lights. So I'm very disappointed in that solar panel. It doesn't work at all. I also carry the chargers for both the Copenhagen wheel and the solar charger. I was hoping not to have to use the solar charger. That's why I got the solar panel. I was planning on stealth camping the whole trip here. But since that solar panel doesn't work, what I find I have to do, let me set that down in there. What I find I have to do is find campsites that have electric, so I can keep the solar charger charged, so I can keep my batteries on my drone charged, I can keep my phone charged, I can keep my cameras charged.
Before the age of pharaohs, and after I am gone, another dawn will fill the sky with no goodbye. I crave comfort and control, then chase the rabbit down the hole and wonder why I'm lost. I built a palace so serene,